Good afternoon, beautiful ladies, wonderful gentlemen. Good evening, good morning. However, you're seeing the video. What it do? Is everything good with you?
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? Ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this, and no matter of
It's your spotlight, baby.
some locked up shit in the back of the paddy
Your
wagon,
shine.
cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I say,
I don't know what's up with us.
if you want it,
We
you
just
gotta
want that
see it.
spotlight. You heard?
Got shorty, she trying to bless me like I said I do. Like a
It always gotta be about us.
please for them trick squeeze them, get cream. Never let them hoes get in between. The whoop started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head and when I departed.
It don't matter how much money you got. You just can't take it out of them. Driving mopeds all over the place. Motorcycles. Riding on sidewalks in New York City. Just on out of control. Just do what you want to do. I don't know. I'm just saying. What you think, folks? A multi-million-dollar man got to split it out. That was deep. Yeah, folks. We are going to switch up gears. And we're going to go to this entertainment world of the Meek Millie. How many folks watched that boxing match last night? How many was able to watch it? I don't know if you watched the pay-per-view. I don't know if you pay money for that crap, but who seen the fight, on the replay? You know how we do. Well, I woke up like, 4 in the morning. And I, grabbed the phone, see what time it was, and I said, oh, it's like 4 in the morning. And I saw the replay. I was watching it, and I'm like, what the hell? Because, what I'm saying, I like to, catch the fights before I can really know who won. And I like to watch without knowing who won. I just press the button and look at it, don't know nothing. And so I'm looking at the fight, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? And then coming to find out is Mr. Meeky Millie. Meeky Millie, don't you have too much money to be getting to dumb altercations and drama like that? Well, we're going to go into it. We're going to dig into it, and we're going to find out, because we're going to actually be able to correlate it to a whole lot of other stuff, especially with the conscious community, because our conscious community are followers of this hip-hop nation. They follow the lifestyle all the way to the altercations, to wanting to be the best, the number one. You know what I'm saying? The conscious community emulates these individuals, and they want to get to the top like these individuals, so they can sit at the boxing matches and sit at the arenas and sit at the basketball games courtside with these individuals, to be clowning around out there in the stands looking like a bunch of coons. That was the most embarrassing shit out there, especially for Tank. You know what I'm saying? Tank Davis is actually trying to make a difference in the way he's flowing. He's trying to make a little change. I don't really know Tank for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a major follower and be following career, but I'm just saying, he's been part of this making money for a minute. He's been with the money team for a minute. He's been with Floyd for a minute. He's seen the way that whole Floyd situation with Adrian Broner with. He's seen the way that whole certain lifestyle of, just everything goes. He wants to make a little change. You can tell that he wants to be a little different, although he's super rich. But that he's from Maryland. He's from that DMV area. He's from that area where he knows that he can become a difference and make a difference. He got the bread now. He knows that it's time for him to start doing something. like I say, this Kyrie effect is going on. This Kyrie and all these other individuals, they ready to make a change, like Michael Jackson. They looking at the man in the mirror, although they still, have some little boyish ways to them. They want to make a change. We know that, right? They know that black children's lives matter. They know that. But the thing is, it's hard for people like Tink to get away from the individuals like the hip hop world because it's all around them, because they grew up underneath it. So it's important for us to take hip hop in this music industry and take it by its neck and hang it up, and start something new. Because this culture, we talk about the culture vultures, but we're not looking to talk about the vultures within the cultures itself, who are the vultures who are destroying it and eating it alive. And so we're going to talk about the donkey of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually going to go to my man Charlemagne. I would like to see if Charlemagne is going to make Meek Mills the donkey of the day. Okay, I can see that happen. How many of you folks can see that happen? That's what we're here to talk about. We're going to dig into. We're going to look at some video. We're going to look at some things that stemmed and made this happen. We're also going to check out the guy, Gary, the boxer. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, this whole hip-hop world and this whole culture, is affecting a lot of our young black men. These young boys, they boxers. These young boys, they basketball players. These young boys, they athletes of all areas. And they booming in their system, in their car. They got like 20 cars, 15 cars, 10 cars, 5 cars, 3 cars, 2 cars, 1 car. And they booming in the system. Not opera, not ballet. Tad bit of jazz, but they banging that hip hop. So your man Russell, he's been around for a little bit, and we're going to go into him and see what's up with him, because like I say, this culture, this hip hop culture is really, got a little hang of everybody. This whole social media world has got a hang of everybody. It don't matter how rich you are, you into the social media world. And so we're going to look a little bit at the life of Russell and see why this altercation really took place. Because we, as the people who's watching from the as viewers, we don't know behind the scenes how deep this rabbit hole be, and why these guys really be having such high levels of beef. Like I say, they be at parties, they be at events, they be around each other, they have their conversations, they be in their Twitter, they in their rich Twitter world, they be having their conversations behind the scenes, they be having their gambling, they be having their betting, they in their different world. We know that. They're in a different world. And by them being in that different world, meaning their different lifestyle, it's no telling, like, yo, man, stop talking about my man. I got 5 million on him. It's nonsense. The streets nonsense. The CeeLo rolling dice nonsense. And when you have the social media and stuff like that, and you just want to just be too loud, no, you just can't sit there and watch the fight. You gotta be up in everybody else's BI and their business, and all up in their phone and all up in their conversation. Because I would like to know how that really went down. Because when you're at the boxing matches, all those seats are really like shoulder to shoulder. You sitting in those little, folding chairs with a cushion, shoulder to shoulder. It's not like they be having some old. They pay all that money for these ringside seats, and they have some old recliner seats. You go get better seats going to the movie theater than you do in anything. They pay all that money for these boxing fights, and they sitting in these folding chairs with cushion, standing next to each other, sitting next to each other. I'm talking about on the floor seats, and they sitting next to each other. So they all up in each other's business. They all loud and shit. So what transpired that got Meek Mills to go and get kicked the fuck out? Excuse my mouth, but get kicked out of a boxing match right before the end of the fight. My question is Meek Mills the donkey of the year? I mean, not the donkey of the year, but the donkey of the day? And who's Gary Russell? And why is Gary Russell on the sideline? It seemed like it was hating, but was he really hating, folks? Well, let's go see who Gary Russell is before we go into everything. Let's go check Gary Russell out, okay? Let's check Gary. Let's check out who Gary Russell is, Jr. Gary Russell Jr.
Olympic tournament. Perhaps this is the best amateur in the history of boxing. So fight fans wanted to see Russell step up, and that step comes tonight. Let's hear where his passion and foundation was formed in his own words.
My name is Gary Russell Jr., and I'm from Washington, D.C. I grew up with both my mom and dad, a lot of siblings. I'm the oldest of 6 boys. We always fighting for the attention and everything. 3 brothers that actually competed boxing with me. I had a brother that was actually older than me, Davon, and he passed away before his time. I kind of wish he was here with us now, but unfortunately he isn't. I live for him. But just a civil rivalry, man, it pushed me to be the fighter that I am today. And I started boxing when I was 7 years old.
Okay. So that right there, that intro itself was more than enough, right, folks? A lot of siblings, older brothers, competing, fighting all the time. You already know how that household was. Growing up in DC, Washington. Like you said, all that made him become the competitive person and strong competitive person that he is. So now when you add a little check and some money to the equation and a little bit of respect on the name, now we have, I guess it could be a problem, huh? Well, let's see. I don't know. Let's check that out. Let's see if this becomes a problem. This young man, he became, what he did with this. What did he do with his career? We talk about Gary. We talk about Gary Russell Jr., okay? There's the video there. Apologize, folks. It's right here.
I lost my very first fight. I thought I actually won and knocked the kid down and everything, but I lost my first fight. Unfortunately, because I was competing so much, I was missing out in school, so we actually had to get tutors and stuff like that to actually help out and step in. In the interim of that, I became the 2004 Junior Olympic gold medalist, 2005.
Once again, he said he lost his first fight, which had to have been devastating and embarrassing and a whole lot of other stuff. So he always felt like he had to prove something, right? We know that.
Athlete of the Year, 2005 bronze medalist in the World Championship, 2005 Golden Gloves, 2005 U.S. Championships, 2006 U.S. Championships, 2007 U.S. Championships. The list goes on and on. Once I got out of high school, at this point, I won my right to compete in the Olympic trials. Made the Olympic team. We're in Beijing. I'm 100% excited. I was one of the favorites to medal, but I grew extremely ill, extremely sick, and unfortunately, my illness stopped me from being able to compete in the Olympics. Extreme blow. I felt like at that point, my entire career, everything that I worked for went completely down the drain. I felt as though.
All right. So who's Gary Russell? You know what I'm saying? Gary Russell is a man who his first fight out the box, he loses. Then his first Olympics, he gets sick. Who's Gary Russell? I mean, that could become, something on your mind. That could become something, a strain on your brain. That could become a pain in the muscle in your heart. You know what I'm saying? Who's Gary Russell? Okay? Gary Russell seems to always come short of his big shots. That's who Gary Russell is. A person who it seems that he always comes short of his big shots. Not to say that he's not a big shot, but just comes short of his big shots. This is Gary Russell, okay, folks?
So that I let my fans down. Till this day, that still is extreme blow. I felt like at that point, my entire career, everything that I worked for went completely down the drain. I felt as though that I let my fans down. Till this day, it still bothers me. Me turning professional, I felt as though that it was my opportunity to let my fans know that the support and love that you gave me was not in vain. I will make it up to you by becoming a world champion. My motivation comes from my family. My drive comes from, my family. I give a lot of the credit to my dad. I told him he's actually my favorite superhero. If I'm making my family happy, then I'm doing something right. My biggest goal is to walk away from this and my mom, my dad. So I told him he's actually my favorite superhero. If I'm making my family.
Well, how about that, folks? How about that? His dad is his superhero. His dad is his superhero. You know that at the ringside with him was one of his brothers. Ringside at the fight was one of his brothers. Okay, one of his brothers. He had the blue one, I believe. Okay, so and not only at ringside was one of his brothers, but it was one of his brothers that he respect. It was weird because he respects his brother's value when it comes to being a fighter. Meek didn't want none of that heat right there between those two brothers that was there. You know what I'm saying? All that the gold, all that jewelry on, all that money that you have didn't mean nothing in that arena because you was in the arena with real fighters, not shooters, real fighters. Just like T.I. with Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Not shooters, you was with real fighters. People who get punched in the face for a living. When you're a person who get punched in the face for a living, I think to go up against a rapper is something that they actually look forward to, especially when they're a social media head. So that wasn't going to be something that was going to be good for Meek Mills. And as you saw, no matter how much richness that Meek Mills had, he got escorted out. I'm not 200% sure on the whole story and situation. Forgive me, but I don't know if Gary was escorted. I don't know if Gary was able to stay. I'm not 100% sure. You guys can inform me. This panel is for everyone. We can definitely talk about this. So let me just open up the doors for anyone who would like to chop it up on this topic. Who saw the fight? Who reviewed the fight? Who watched other people's reviews on it? Who's knowledgeable of these fighters? Because we about to get into Meek being the donkey. Because not only you might be a donkey for going out there and causing that friction amongst those fighters to stop, tank, and slow down everything, and just to be a fool, but you might also be a donkey for the fact that you went out there to you picked a fight with boxers and then you get kicked out. That don't look too good. Let's stop this Gary Russell story. I had the Lomachenko fight. Matter of fact, let me add that back to it. Let me see something real quick. So that's the story. Let's see the fight real quick. See some of the fight.
In the last round, Lomachenko, according to show stats, landed 23 punches to only 3 by Russell.
Let's see what Gary Russell about. Let's see what Meek was up against. How many people heard of Lomachenko?
You know, we see a lot of activity from Russell early in the round every time, but it's not as if a lot is landing when he's throwing all these punches.
Yeah, Lomachenko doing a good job of switching range and changing the distance.
And his father told him to do that.
Yeah, a lot of speed on display by Russell, but not effective. As we look at more show stats here, power punches landed round by round, Al.
Yeah, and that giant edge in round 5. And you can make a case for an even bigger edge, honestly, for Lomachenko.
So Lomachenko was destroying him. Let's rewind that.
Effective. As we look at more show stats here, power punches landed round by round, Al.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to that first fight, the first round, and see who Russell is, and see if Meek maybe would have been able to put him down in his ass. Let's see. Let's see from this fight right here, him fighting against Lomachenko. Power punches. We have Russell with 5 power punches in the first round, Lomachenko with 11. These are power punches that landed. Round 2, we had Russell with 7, Lomachenko with 6. Round 3, we had Russell with 4, Lomachenko with 7. Round 4, Russell with 7, Lomachenko with 6. This is the round we're going to go check out, huh? We have round 5, Russell with just 1 and Lomachenko with 18. Okay, so we're going to skim down to round 5, and we're also going to check out round 1, and then we're going to get off of Russell and see if Russell was about anything, and we're going to see if we're going to see if Meek Mills was a donkey for actually going to entertain and pick a fight with Russell. Maybe Meek could handle himself. Let's see. Okay, so we're going to see if he's a donkey in regards to that. But he still is nominated for Donkey of the Day. I want to see if your man Charlemagne nominates. I think he will. I think this is going to make Donkey of the Day, folks. You got to. Come on, man. You got to. But let's see if he falls in the category all across the board for Donkey. Let's see if he really could handle it. I didn't see this fight. Who knows about this fight? Don't look like this fight went down too good for Russell. Let's see.
Yeah, that giant edge in round 5. And you can make a case for an even bigger edge, honestly, for Lomachenko. He has landed a lot of power punches.
Left hand of the body by Russell. Lomachenko ducks underneath the right hook.
Russell doing a good job of forcing the pace here this round. Even if he's not landing anything so cleanly, it's keeping Lomachenko on the back foot.
The left hand of the body again by Lomachenko. Russell working the body, but again, not a lot behind those punches.
And he's just not landing cleanly. Now, this round, Lomachenko hasn't landed much cleanly, but
nice, bro. All right, so let's go. Let's get to round 5.
Flashing the jab, going to the
most dominant round for either fighter this round so far.
As we head into the final 15 seconds of the 5th. Lomachenko's body work has been exquisite in the...
Gary Russell has never been 12 rounds, and we know Lomachenko just went 12 against Salido in 12 tough rounds. This has been one of the best rounds of the fight for Lomachenko because he is really ripping to both the body and the head.
All right, so he already been beating him up, so let's go a little further.
And wow.
All right, commentating is very good.
By the way, just like George Foreman,
good hook by Lomachenko.
Gary Russell Sr.'s name calls kids Gary as well. Yeah. And yeah, great hook by Lomachenko, but a nice counter right hand from Russell.
The difference that Russell's facing here, not just the level of Lomachenko compared with the fighters he's fought, he's facing a fighter who boxes, he moves.
Now we're looking at Tank Davis. You're going to a Tank Davis fight. All these people putting all this fight, all this money on Tank Davis. And you Gary Russell. Like I said, you don't know how deep the rabbit hole goes. These guys, when they defend, they looking at money. They like, man, shut up. Meek Mills like, yo, man, shut up.
I guarantee strategy is going to pay dividends. As
Shut up. Understand? This is money. This is money they talk about. You're not front seat talk about money. If you know what I'm saying, and hating. You don't know how serious this young boy game is. These young boys are really a little bit, they need guidance. Sad thing about it is this boy, he grew up with his father, though.
And while Russell is popping out that piston-like jab, he gets countered effectively by Lomachenko with the
moving back, getting rocked. Hands up, he's just getting rocked, rock, 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 rock.
The patience shown by Russell is trying to catch and shoot. Is Lomachenko switching the angles quickly?
Rock, he just hurt. Boom. Okay, yeah, so yeah, he's like, shut up. He's like, shut up. So Meek Mills is sitting like, man, shut up. I guess Meek's seen this. I guess Meek's seen this fight right here. Not looking too good. I don't know who won this fight. I ain't even gonna try and find out.
And he continues to.
Let's get Lomachenko last sensitive beat down. What you got for me? Left? Give me left. Give me left. Wow, he walked away from him and walked right to his corner. You see what he did? He just walked to his corner. Look. He just walked to his corner. Counting it down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Lay my chair down. I whipped his ass. All right, so Meek Mills was there, and Meek Mills was telling this boy to shut the F up, stop hating, back down, and that's how that went down. You guys gonna stand. I just wanted to see what Gary is about. I pulled the video up with you folks. It's not like I watched the video. I pulled it up to watch it with you. I'm gonna remove that. Stop sharing that. But the funny thing about it is that I want to share this with you because it wasn't necessarily that he was really hating. Okay, folks, get that. It wasn't that this young boy was hating. This fighter actually is hoping and praying that one day he get a shot because he's actually rooting for him. Okay. So, like I said, I'm bringing it to somewhere.
It's more of a thing that we're competitors at the end of the day. There's nothing personal against none of these guys. We're competitors, and if I feel as though that you're in, near, or around my weight division that we could possibly bump, that's just what it is. It's up. It's up. You know what I'm saying?
So who would you give the edge to in that fight?
As far as that fight goes, I'm not sure, man. I would want Tank to win.
Why would you want Tank to win?
Why would I want him to win?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, like I say, I knew what he came from. I know the area that we come from. We come from a lot of crime, living, poverty, and everything else. You know, just for us to be able to get to the point to be able to generate a certain revenue and finance to take care of ourselves and our family and our loved ones. You know, so I would want him to win for that. You know?
Are you finally 100% healthy, man? Are you feeling good, brother?
Now, on that answer itself, was it genuine? You could tell he's from the Washington area. Tank's from Maryland. It is a DMV effect. So when he asked him, like, yo, why would you want him to win? Why would I want him to lose? You know, so it's not a real big hater that I get from this man. You know what I'm saying? He's just a fighter. He's competitive. He grew up with brothers. He has a father. You know what I'm saying? He grew up in a family. It's a different type of being, you know what I'm saying? He just wanted the spotlight. It's not like it's not like he didn't make it to Olympics. It's not like he don't have accolades underneath his belt. So when you have Meek Mills on the sideline on the loudness and craziness to get it where they about to get into altercation, you guys say, when do it come to an end? When do it come to a stop? What are we talking about? Okay, so now I showed you Gary. I let you hear his words. Let me rewind again so you can hear a little bit of his words again, so you can get it. See how big. If he's it was a problem. If he was a hater.
I knew where he came from. I know the area that we're competitors at the end of the day. There's nothing personal against none of these. More more of a thing that we're competitors at the end of the day. It's not
Fight Ryan Garcia sometime in mid-April. Nobody knows better than you how that fight's gonna play out, man. So,
and the reason why I say this is because he would have wanted to fight before Ryan. Okay, so he felt some type of way, like, damn, man, you giving all these other cats fights, you're not giving me no fight. And so he's like, yo, who you want to win?
you give the edge to. I know you don't really like giving a lot of dudes love. But who would you give the edge to in that fight, man?
It's not the fact that I don't like giving a lot of people love. It's more of a thing that we're competitors at the end of the day. It's nothing personal against none of these guys. We're competitors, and if I feel as though that you're in, near, or around my weight division that we could possibly bump, that's just what it is. Yeah.
See, he just killed that coon and shit that was about to happen that he tried to do. He tried to get him to fall into the coon. He's like, no, it's not even that. And so that was very important. That's why we have coon of the years on a lot of these cats, because they like all that goofy shit. They like this stuff. And this was before the fight took place. And look what happened now. And this was before the fight. This is before the fight, folks. And then look what happens during the fight with the same person.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, who would you give the edge to in that fight, though?
As far as that fight goes, I'm not sure, man. I would want Tank to win.
Why would you want Tank to win?
Why would I want him to win?
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, like I say, I knew where he came from. I know the area that we come from. We come from a lot of crime-driven poverty and everything else. You know, just for us to be able to get to the point to be able to generate a certain revenue and finance to take care of ourselves and our family and our loved ones. You know, so I would want him to win for that. You know.
Are you finally 100% healthy, man? Are you feeling good, brother?
Am I 100? I don't know about 100, but I told last time I had an altercation. I said I could smack somebody with it, but this joint all the way right now. So it's almost there.
When you come,
I give about 70, 75.
When you come back, are you gonna stay at 126, or you plan on going to 130, man?
There's no need.
There's
no need to stay at 26.
So 130 officially.
I mean, to be honest with you, 30, 35.
You want to bulk up.
35, 30. I don't know.
We want to get the checks.
We'll see.
Gotcha, makes sense. And just my last question for you, man. Shakur is at 135. Devin is supposed to be fighting Loma.
We offer that. We offer that. Let me tap over real quick. Give a shout out to your boy. Can't always gotta give a shout out to your boy. Give a shout out to your boy. Tell me if y'all hear. Tell me if y'all hear this. Tell me if you can hear this.
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready?
About to go into the donkey year. I mean day.
Rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got short, she tryna bless me like I said I do. Like a nigga sneeze, nigga please for them tricky squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between the whoop started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head, and when I departed, I go and get it regardless. Draw like I'm an artist, the fraud was straight to walk through foreigns in my garage. So foreign bitches menage, fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1 to tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah. Little nigga, I'm on fire. Icy as a hot Philly nigga, I'm flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, the rest in peace. Hey, the rest in peace, to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about?
Yeah. We about to get over there. Meek Mills. I mean, you sat up in jail for a couple of months, man. They took time out your life for riding this bike on the sidewalk, the the RV, the whatever you call that shit, the ATV. You're a loose cannon, man. Fall back sometimes, bro. Y'all don't remember the big altercation that took place at one of these big time main events in Madison Square Garden? Do y'all remember this fight right here? Big Bo, really Bo, Big Daddy. I got some. I'm trying to go somewhere with you because we be looking like jackasses. We be looking like these jackasses, okay, at main events.
He's really beginning to work Bo over. Oh, and another one goes low, and he's disqualified. Gallotta is disqualified, and Bo, flat on his back, has won the fight. Andrew Gallotta is disqualified. Now there's a brawl going on in the ring. Somebody's trying to attack Gallotta. Goodness me. We have all sorts going on like that. There was some idiot there trying to attack Gallotta. People trying to jump in the ring, the security men. It's still going on. And it's really getting very nasty. Some other people trying to join in. And this has all got totally out of control.
So Bo is in one corner. Gallotta is in the next corner.
What a sensational Luke Ryder is on the floor. He's on the floor and in a bad way, the veteran trainer. He has had body problems. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh no. It still goes on with Luke on the floor. Oh, terrible scenes. It's a night of shame, this, for boxing.
A night of shameness. Look at everything.
There's somebody else is hurt in there. There are all kinds of injuries. And this
look over the top. Look, we forget this, right?
Indeed. Security men, things are beginning to be thrown around.
This is the reason why the referee stopped the fight ASAP. Because he was like, I don't know what's about to pop off. I don't know who got guns.
We are having to duck here at ringside for our own safety. And hopefully some kind of order will be restored. There don't appear to be enough security, man. That's one thing that strikes me straight away here. But happily, I think, and I say this very cautiously, there's some kind of combat. How is Lou Duva in there? Gallotta is being attacked. Bo has won on a disqualification in the 7th round at the end of all that. The place was almost on fire. The referee was given no choice, though, in my view. He wasn't. A terrible scene.
Okay.
We can only hope that Lou is okay. One of the great characters of boxing. There was an attack on Lou Duva. It looked like somebody ran across from Bo's corner, didn't it, Frank?
Yeah, it looked somebody in his hand and just started, it was either a walkie-talkie or a knife, and just started smashing into him. I mean, I've never seen anything like this. It's just totally unbelievable.
Well, I hope it wasn't a knife. Because if it was a knife, you dread to think.
Understand the chaos that we be doing?
Unbelievable.
I'm looking for a part, folks. I'm sorry.
Well, the result almost seems irrelevant for all that, doesn't it? And now
it's still going on again.
You've got trouble at ringside with other people involved on the other side of the ring. Oh dear, now they're starting to get chairs.
See, look, y'all thought it was a game, right?
Erupted into mayhem and madness.
I mean, most
famous fight arena.
There's not even a policeman in the arena. When we fought here with Mercer, it was police all around for security.
Now, these are the kind of scenes that just occasionally, and
look,
you've got used to seeing on very, very few occasions in Britain. There've been
y'all don't see that, right?
That just occasionally, and only just occasionally, you've got used to seeing on very, very few occasions in Britain. There have been the odd outbreak, things that just occasionally, and only just occasionally, you've got used to seeing on very, very few occasions in Britain. There have been the odd outbreak. We don't see this kind of thing in the United States. I can't recall seeing anything like this here.
Well, I've never seen anything like this in Britain in the ring. I mean, the security in Britain in the ring, these protects the fighters and the trainers and the managers, but here, there was no protection for anyone.
And trying to get Riddick Bowe out of there. And I just wonder, after everything that's happened tonight, whether we'll ever see Riddick Bowe fight again, because he looked a fading force in the fight itself, Frank.
He was getting beat. I mean, I only gave him one round. That was it. Other than the points being deducted, which was the last 3 rounds.
Very intense, huh, folks?
And Bowe, I mean, even after his way supports the behave, should be targeted.
Now, just imagine this was way before social media. Imagine we had social media during this time.
It was who started the attack, whether it was just a fan. It may not have been anybody connected to the Bowe camp. Let's make that clear. It just looked like it was some hothead who supported Bowe.
Nobody, we wish we could see who got stumped out, right?
That one attack. So I was at this point, we were going to be asking you what the possibility of a Riddick Bowe Lennox Lewis fight is, but that of course is a total non-starter after the events of tonight. What's happening?
Okay, just a little tad bit, you know what I'm saying? So that was one of the most chaotic scenes ever. Okay, that was extremely chaotic. But then you have. Matter of fact, before I even pull that up, let me let this still play for you. Before that even took place, let me let that continue play. I'm going to pull something else up for you before I even go into what I was about to go into. Let me let that continue for you real quick. Let me go back to that dude with the chair. That was crazy, right?
There's not even a policeman in the arena. And when we fought here with Mercer, it was police all around for security.
But these are the kind of scenes that just occasionally, and only just occasionally, you've got used to seeing on very, very, very few occasions.
I don't know what y'all see right now.
The odd outbreak, you just in the United States. I can't recall seeing anything like this here.
Well, I mean, it's in the ring. The security protects the fighters and the.
You don't even see that in Britain.
I'm trying to get Riddick Bowe.
So you don't even see this crap in Britain. What's wrong with you?
And I just wonder, after everything that's happened tonight, whether we'll ever see Riddick Bowe fight again, because he looked a fading force in the fight itself, Frank.
He was getting beat. I mean, I only gave him one round. That was it.
He was getting beat up.
Points being deducted, which was the last 3 rounds. There was only one man in the fight.
He was getting beat up that fight.
I mean, even after his way supports the behave, should be tarred from the ring. He's a disgrace to boxing.
That was just a horrible fight. He was getting beat down. He was about to lose.
It was who started the attack, whether it was just a fan. It may not have been anybody connected to the Bowe camp. Let's make that clear. It just looked like it was some hothead who supported Bowe. And that's what set the whole thing off, that one attack.
That was the end of his career right there.
And so I was at this point, we were going to be asking you what the possibility of a Riddick Bowe Lennox Lewis fight is, but that of course is a total non-starter after the events of tonight.
What's happening is irrelevant at the moment. I mean, all we're concerned about is Lou Duda at the very moment.
Yes, exactly. And our hopes and wishes are with Lou. And obviously, we will try to check on exactly what his condition is. Some kind of semblance of order has been restored. Thanks very much indeed, Frank Maloney, the manager of Lennox Lewis.
Right.
Glenn McCrory is still here with me.
Let me switch on here. All right, look at the chaos, okay, folks? Look at the chaos.
Terrible.
It's the chaos. You seen the chaos. You saw it. You see it. You see us. You see us out of control. Look, you see us out of control.
It wasn't a knife. Because if it was a knife, you dread to think what would happen.
I mean, this is just unbelievable.
It's just unbelievable. So I'm gonna go to another one because, like I say, I'm want to know is, do this qualify Meek Mills The Donkey of the day? This was this was in the 90s. This was in the early 2000s. Okay, let me pull this one up for you, and then I'm gonna go into our situation. in present day. Present day, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna come to present day real soon. Let me just pull this one up for you. I hope you can hear it. I hope you can hear me. Oh yeah, you guys know this one. The real. This is the real deal right here, baby. You ready?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champion, the linear heavyweight champion. He is the WBC, the IBF, and the IBO heavyweight.
This is not even at the fight.
Lennox Lewis.
This is why they are nervous and they don't take no time to play games now. They're still playing the music in the background. They talk about down in the front like they supposed to sit down. It just looks so crazy. You don't know what's going on here, huh? Exclusive. Got the hood cats just all around. Look at the chaos. Remember, this is people who got some money. This ain't on the block on the corner, you know, doing some little nickel and dime CeeLo game. This ain't no crap game on the corner. This is Lennox Lewis and Mike Tyson.
This is your captain speaking. Please remain in your seats.
Mayday.
This is Mayday. Looks pretty good.
Only beater, strictly 13, rated R.
All right, folks. What the hell is this? I don't know how that pulled up. My bad. All right, folks. So you see how chaos can really ruin the ball game. You feel me? Chaos can really ruin the ball game. Chaos over nonsense on Donkey Kong shit. And that's what we talk about. We talk about this Donkey Kong mentality that we have. And so we're not just talking about Donkey Kong with dudes with $20 in their pocket. We talk about Donkey Kongs with dudes with $200 million in their purse. 20 million, 5 million, 10 million companies. And they on some Donkey Kong shit. That's what we're talking about. Thanks for tuning in. So, you know, I'm pretty sure you've seen the videos. They've been floating. If you haven't seen the video, well, I'm going to give you a chance right now. Before I do that, let me keep it 100. Let me keep it 100. And bring it in right. boy Donkey today. Charlamagne probably gonna get paid not to do him as a Donkey today. There's no way he can skip this one.
True. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she trying to bless me like I said I do. Like a nigga sneeze. Nigga, please, for them tricks squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between the whoop started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head, and when not the part that I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, I'm crawling, I'm straight to walk. Foreigns in my garages are foreign bitches menage. Fucking sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him. God, I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah. Little nigga, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly nigga, I'm
Guess what?
When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, the rest in peace. Hey, the rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about?
Like I said, see, even this video right here showing the dice rolling. At that scene, showing the dice rolling. You know what I'm saying? Rolling the dice. But that's what this is not about right now, folks. This is not about your regular dice game. This is about big money. This is what this is about. Yo, folks. Is this playing or not? Is it playing or not? I'm not seeing what I'm looking at. Is it playing or is it not playing? Huh? All right, so let's see. I think it's playing properly now. Well, I'm not seeing it. That's the way it should. I don't know why it's not showing. Why is it not showing? I'm trying to share it, but it's not showing. I'm trying to figure out why it's not showing what I'm looking at. Do I have the wrong one I pulled up? Oh, possibly. Let's see. I apologize, folks. This is the one I'm trying to pull up. So let's see. Meek Mills The Donkey. No, this is not the one. Oh, now I understand what I did wrong. Sugar honey, I was fucking too. Damn it. Now I know what I did. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't do it the proper way. If I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. I'm just about to get upset with myself right now. Let's do it. That's the one I want to see. That's not the one though. Damn it, bro. I took all this time to be late putting together all these damn videos. That's why I was late. Gathering all these videos. And I don't know what the hell I got going on right here. Okay, this is the one I'm trying to pull up. Okay, this is the one I want to see. So I got this pulled up. I'm pressing play. I'm coming back to StreamYard.
Hey. Come on, guys.
Watch the dude who jumps up in the chair and reaches in his. And he's gonna reach.
Whoa.
He's gonna be right here. He's gonna jump in the chair with the all black on. And then he's gonna start reaching. Right there.
Hey, step back.
Okay, right over there. What's he reaching with?
Come on now, let's go. Come on, guys. Oh, this is one of my fun things.
Rapper Meek Mill acknowledges that he almost got into a fight at Gervonta Davis's pay-per-view event on Saturday night. In the middle of the 8th round, the action was stopped due to a huge disruption and disturbance in the crowd. This was Meek Mill and his Dream Chasers crew against the Russell brothers, who are boxing brothers. And here's what Meek Mill said. He said, "Congratulations, Tank. I almost fought a boxer telling him this fight not going 12 rounds. I missed the big bomb. I would never let no petty stuff escalate to let somebody movie run. I just walked away. I came to support Tank and Boots. Good wins. I was nice to everybody at the fight. If you was there, you saw. The blog's gonna put up the aggressive part after I respond to something aggressive. Everybody in that section seen my level of respect towards others. I just gotta step my response game up. I have no business going back and forth that hard with a random person, and we just talking about sports. So my apologies for wasting time for nothing. I had a few shots. I know how to dodge those. Congrats, Tank and Boots." So Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis. Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Jerron Boots Ennis. So the Russell brothers are from DC. Everybody knows. So I'm checking out the comments, and people are cooking Meek Mill because they have seen them box a little bit before. They seen them hitting the bag and stuff, and they said, "Dude, you don't want to do that. You did the right thing by exiting that arena before it get too bad."
Shout out to Chimp Side.
It could have got worse, and it goes
Chimp
beyond
side.
boxing, but it wasn't a good look, for us to be watching a pay-per-view fight. I think around 2 minutes. The Russell brothers are from DC. Everybody knows. So I'm checking out the comments, and people are cooking Meek Mill because they have seen him box a little bit before. They seen him hitting the bag and stuff, and they said knows. So I'm checking out the comments, and people are cooking Meek Mill because they have seen him box a little bit before. They seen him hitting the bag and stuff, and they said, "Dude, you don't want to do that. You did."
Now, I'm not on it because of that. I'm on it for the fact that embarrassment is embarrassment. Embarrassment, one, on the level that you would have got smoked over. Like I said, he's out there with his brother. Tell him we'll take a boxing entourage, got out there, just in their square. Your fighting game, don't look up to par for the ring type people. But it's the fact that you came there, and matter of fact, I gotta go back to that part because you came there to this event. And you caused a different type of level of embarrassment. A whole different level of embarrassment. And that's what got me and pretty much everyone really enraged. You know what I'm saying? Because, come on. I don't care how gangster everybody is in the world. We tired of the bullshit. We tired that we can't watch Oscars and not see one of our own people get slapped or punched. curse that. Can't watch these boxing events and without seeing these people getting
boxed a little bit before they seen them hitting the bag and stuff, and they said, dude, you don't want to do that. You did the right thing by leaving, exiting that arena before it get too bad for you. Obviously, it could have got worse and it goes beyond boxing, but it wasn't a good look, you know, for us to be watching a pay-per-view fight. I think around 2 minutes, 16 seconds or so, 15 seconds, 2 minutes, 15 seconds, all of this went down. And so Tank looked over his shoulder.
I have no business going back and forth that hard with a random person. That right there was him taking a little shot. You know, you calling Gary Russell a random person. We just talking about sports. So my apologies for wasting time. Okay, you still taking shots. No, my apologies for embarrassing myself and wasting time. Understand? It's not that you still take shots. But the real fact is that you took time out of your life and you embarrassed yourself engaging in conversation over sports. How many bar fights happen because of sports? Drunk men, especially drunk white boys. So now we can go to the bars and spend money. We can go to the events and spend money. We can get just as drunk as these people. We got to go out there and be like them. No. This behavior got to come to an end. Donkey of the day. Meek Mills. He knows he deserves it. Like he said, he missed the bomb. How many times he keep missing things? He missed the summer jam because he's riding his bike on the sidewalk. And did he miss who he came to support, who he spent money on? You know he invested, you know he dropped the bag on Tank to win. And he missed the end results. Walking in the tunnel. He's walking in the tunnel, all his people talking, and he look up and they hearing like, oh shit, the fight's over with. How stupid must you feel? That's no different than sitting up in jail. Well, it's way different, but I mean, because you're free still. But it's the same thing as you sitting up in jail missing summer jam. So now I don't want to hear anything about you as respectful. You ain't respectful. You don't have an ounce of respect in you. You need to go to charm school. You need to go to charm school. Come on, folks. Aren't you tired of this type of behavior? Like I said, I'm watching this shit 4 o'clock in the morning or something like that, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I see that. I'm like, what the heck? I said, what's going on? And then when I'm looking, hold on, let me see something. Yeah, let me stop this right here. Let me stop this video. All right, because I got one for you. I got a better one for you. I got a better one for you. Because like I said, I'm sitting here with the crusty eyes and all, like, because I'm trying to adjust my eyes and I'm watching the fight and putting it down because it's a boring fight. I'm trying to watch the fight all the way to the end. I'm trying not to fall asleep on the fight. And then I'll get to that round. I'm like, what's going on? And I'm like, then I had to sit up in the bed and like watch. And I'm like, what the hell's going on? It really threw me off. Like I said, I didn't know what transpired with the fight. I'm watching the fight on the replay. So let me remove this real quick. Let me remove that real quick. And let me pull up this one real quick. How about that? Like I said, we talk about donkey of the day. Okay, donkey of the day, Meek Mills. Y'all send those emails to Charlemagne because Meek need to know he got to make a change for 2023. He can't keep doing this stupid, goofy shit. Let's see if this video is the other video where we could get a better, well, different angle. That was the most close up angle that we saw, but this angle is a different angle where we could see something else. Okay, so let's see how we do with this. Let me go back. Make this big. Of course, you don't really see much, but you see Meek right there. He's in the green. See that? Like I said, dude jumped up. He had the gun, or he fronted like he had the gun. So now you see Meek waving out. The Meek is now leaving out. The camera guy stayed over here with this confusing shit. Meek is already leaving the building though. Somebody's cutting here booze.
That's Meek Mill. That is Meek Mill.
Throwing the coat on. Watch the smirk he got real soon. He's gonna have a little smirk.
He getting rushed up out of there quick too.
Mm-hmm.
Meek Mill just got pulled up out of here.
How many people like Tink as a fighter? How many people believe that Tink has some has potential? I'm trying to find that video. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to find that video to clear it. All I gotta do is go back to here, remove it. How many people follow football, not football, boxing, and like Tank Davis, and you've been following his career? You know, I've been actually paying attention to this kid's career. Not that hard, but just, you know, looking at a lot of his fights on the replay. And I appreciate him as a fighter. I really hope much success to him. Hold on, folks. I'm trying to find that video. Okay. There we go. I hope much success for him. And I really hope that he get the most that he can get, max it off the mountain money that he can get, and also do the things that he need to do. Because, you know, Maryland is a state that needs individuals to step up and participate. I hope that I can get Tank Davis to be part of the Black Man Rise Tour. I really hope Tank can become part of the Black Man Rise Tour. Meek Mills is definitely part of the Black Man Rise Tour because this is community service for Meek Mills. He needs community service because Meek Mills although no punches were swung, nothing really took place. It's just that the presence of you always brings certain things, and that has to really make a change. So you need community service, and that community service you need is actually being in a different guidance, and you need to change. Honestly, 2023, I think a lot of the rappers and a lot of these athletes, I think that they need to also have a certain level of community service. I think like this year, their lifestyle that they have, I think that it should come to like a somewhat of a standstill. Although you are free in the world, you're not in jail. I believe that their lifestyle, their alternative lifestyle of all that fun stuff, I think that need to be on punishment. And I think that they need to do more community work and community service work for the year 2023. I don't think they should be traveling. I don't think they should be going on vacations. I don't think they should be resorting. I think that they should have like thousands of hours of community service. The only traveling they supposed to be doing state to state community service work. I think 2023 should be the year of that. No traveling, none of that family vacation to like 3 different countries. I'm talking about the rich Negro boys. Because the only way to make a change is to really set some certain type of standards, and that itself will make a major change, folks. If they was on a certain level of punishment, just like COVID. If COVID can put you down, if this white government can shut us down and say we can't travel, we should be able to shut ourselves down and be disciplined enough not to travel, not to do things except for to do some serious work in there. That should be the challenge. The no travel challenge. None of that spending money on going on resorts and going to those play places. I forget what those like great adventures and shit like that. All that stuff now. We need to put ourselves on punishment and do a heavy load of community service work so that the year of 2024 that can be our difference year where we can come out, we be outside, and whoever's become president, they're answering to us is on a whole nother level because we are so in control of ourselves. We are so in control of our money. We are so in control of our community because we are so in control of our young men, our boys and girls. Because Meek Mills, you really do owe. Okay? So you already came out and you said that you know that they're going to basically clown you on social media. You already know that's going to happen. So because you know when you sat up in jail, you thought about you need to make a change. So you know what took place right there was not something that was cool. You know that, Meek. That's why you said what you said. Actually, I'm going to go back and repeat, let my man say again what you said because that's very important. Because it's not like you don't know what you did. You already know that you're not in a position to be doing anything. Aren't you on probation? No, you off for probation? We know that you ain't getting no fight. You know what I'm saying? Remember at the airport? It's like it just follows you in regards because you just too extra, homie. Is it this one? Yeah. Mm. No, it's not this one. I apologize. It's not the one I wanted to play. That's not the one I wanted to play. I'm going to go back to this because my man was reading off something here. This one right here. Not this one. Where the hell is it going? Oh, you can't be serious. Okay, we gotta do this video. This one. All right, let me go back to that video again because, like I said, I want him to say out his own mouth, his own words, so we can hear from his own mouth, his own words, because he knows. Damn it, Donnie. I'm sorry, babe. I'm playing myself up. I'm trying to do something. I'm just playing myself up. Okay, so which one is it? Meek Mill's altercation. Okay, Meek Mill's altercation. Bam. I got a whole lot of videos up. That's why it's kind of difficult as well.
Shoulder, and he was clearly distracted. And then I almost fought a boxer telling him this fight not going 12 rounds. Saturday night in the middle of the 8th round, the action was stopped due to a huge disruption and disturbance in the crowd. This was Meek Mill and his Dream Chasers crew against the Russell brothers, who are boxing brothers. And here's what Meek Mill said. He said, "Congratulations, Tank. I almost fought a boxer telling him this fight not going 12 rounds. I missed the big bomb. I would never let no petty stuff escalate to let somebody movie run. I just walked away. I came to support Tank and Boots. Good wins. I was nice to everybody at the fight. If you was there, you saw. The blog's gonna put up the aggressive part after I respond to something aggressive. Everybody in that section seen my level of respect towards others. I just gotta step my response game up. I have no business going back and forth that hard with a random person, and we just talking about sports. So my apologies for wasting time for nothing. I had a few shots. I know how to dodge those. Congrats, Tank and Boots." So Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis. Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Jerron Boots Ennis. So the Russell brothers are from DC, everybody knows. So I'm checking out the comments, and people are cooking Meek Mill because they have seen him box a little bit before. They seen him hitting the bag and stuff, and they said, "Dude, you don't want to do that. You did the right thing by leaving before it get too bad beyond boxing." But it was just for us to be watching a pay-per-view fight. I think around 2 minutes 16 seconds or so, 15 seconds, 2 minutes 15 seconds, all of this went down. And so Tank looked over his shoulder, and he was clearly distracted. And then Hector Garcia, you know, some guys would just ran in on Tank and started swinging, but Hector Garcia even.
That right there is very important, and the ref did an excellent job on stopping the fight as well. You know what I'm saying? The ref did an excellent job of stopping the fight and giving the break, because it could have went left, because Tank was focused, but then Tank kind of like looked over his shoulder. You can see him look a little something, and then you can see dude, he kind of caught it too, because they both were trying to stay focused, but they were like, "Yo, really, what's going on? Hold on, okay, what's good?" And then the ref deaded that, so because you can just imagine how loud they were. You can just imagine how loud they were on that floor. Meek with his voice, you can just imagine how loud they were. Very embarrassing. And you can see, Russell brother, he stands up ASAP.
I was nice to everybody at the fight. If you was there, you saw.
He was right there, right in the face, right in the
The
neck.
blog's gonna put up the aggressive part after I respond to something
this person,
aggressive.
like I said, he's about to
Everybody in that section sees my level of respect towards others. I just gotta step my response game up. I have no business going back and forth that hard with a random person.
In the chair, and the guy take his hand into his pocket to make it seem as if he's about to pull out. And then you can see everybody break to
and
him.
We just talking about sports. So my apologies for wasting time for nothing. I had a few shots. I know how to dodge those. Congrats, Tank and Boots. So Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Gervonta Tank Davis.
He knows that he needed. He talked about he had a few shots before you're gonna take. Dude, he knows that he deserves this right here, because there was no reason for that to take place. Just it was no reason for that to take place. I mean, there's no excuse, and it's nothing big. No shots was fired, no punches was blown, no chairs was flying. But in 2022, Meek Mills in the position he's in do not need to be getting into no altercation with Gary Russell. And it's no taking no disrespect to Russell, but I'm not saying that you're nobody because you actually was supposed to be in the Olympics. You got a lot of accolades. You got much more money than me. But Meek Mills had no reason to be getting to a word-to-word confrontation with you where it's going to change to where all these men stand up and ready to get into a fight. You know, and to be honest, like what was said that strong that made all those men react like that. So not only did Meek Mills get donkey today, but all those men who reacted and made that to that situation bigger than what it is, you too, you all get donkey today. Okay? All you guys out there that made that situation much bigger than what it was, you too, you get donkey today. You just a herd of donkeys. Whoever started that, and then your whole entourage that was ready to engage into following your donkey shit and become part of Donkey Kong, you guys get donkey today. And you guys got to understand the seriousness of it. You guys get donkey today because that means that this guy can lead y'all anywhere. And you're just going to follow, not caring about what's going to take place. So no, I'm not just going to give Meek Mills the donkey day. I'm going to give his whole entourage the donkey day for following that as well at the same damn time. This man was sitting there. Pull this one last thing up. You guys gotta understand that. I hope I got this video up. Gary Russell was sitting out there, you know, he was sitting out there, him and his brother, and they was just doing the regular shit. They were doing something simple. All they was doing was talking about the show. They was talking about the boxing match. They was live. They was videotaping it. They was showing you the video. They was showing you the fight, and they was just doing their little commentating. They're doing their little commentary. As they were sitting there doing their own little commentary, that took place. Now they was when I seen it, they was up to like this nigga's so clean. They was at like the 5th round going to the 6th round. Okay, when they was doing their commentary, there's nothing going on. They was at the 5th round going to the 6th round. So in between the 6th round, in between that to the 8th round, Meek Mills, I guess, just couldn't take their commentation. He couldn't take their commentary, and he decided to say something. And then that's when it gets stupid. Let me just try and find that real quick, and then we're gonna end this. We ain't gonna be on it too long. Okay. But I just wanted to find this last piece. Okay, yeah, let's go get this. Let's pull this up. I'll pull this video up. Oh, let's give you this though. I hope you can hear it. Hope you can hear it. Oh, where's that?
Ain't this what they've been waiting for? You ready? I used to pray for times like this, to rhyme like I had to grind like that, to shine like this in a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold. Nightmares come true. It was time to marry the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it, you gotta see it with a clear eye view. Got shorty, she trying to bless me like I said I do. Like a nigga sneeze. Nigga, please, for the trick squeeze, I'm getting cream. Never let them hoes get in between of what we started. Little nigga, but I'm lying hearted. They love me when I was stuck in their head, and when I departed, I go and get it regardless. Draw it like I'm an artist, crawling with straight to walking with foreigns in my garages. All foreign bitches menage. Fuck sucking and swallowing anything for $1. They tell me get him, I got him. I did it without an album. I did shit with Mariah. Little nigga, I'm on fire. Icy as a hockey ring, Philly nigga, I'm flyer. When I bought the Rolls Royce, they thought it was lease. Then I bought that new Ferrari, hey, the rest in peace. Hey, the rest in peace, rest in peace to the parking lot. Phantom so big, can't even fit in the parking spot. You ain't talking about my niggas, then what you talking about? Gangsta moving silence, nigga, and I don't talk a lot. I don't say a word. I don't say a word. Was on my grind and now I got what I deserve. Fuck, yeah. Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? When I bought the ass tomorrow, y'all thought it was rented? Flexing on these niggas, I'm like Popeye on the spinach. Double M, yeah, that's my T-Roll. Say the captain, I'm lieutenant. I'm the top can, the main captain, grind like I'm broke. That Lambo, my new bitch, she'll ride like my ghost. I'm riding around my city with my head strapped on my toes. Cause these niggas want me dead, and I gotta make it back home. Cause my mama need that, my son needs some milk. These niggas try to take my life, they fuck around, get killed. You fuck around, you fuck around, you fuck around, get smoked. Cause these funny niggas are cool, but we don't fuck around, no joking. All I know is rolling. When it come to me, I got young niggas that's rolling. I got niggas throwing D's. I done did the DOA, I done did the KODs. Every time I'm in that bitch, I get to throwing
Y'all been stop talking shit, talking about something. Tank to do this, that, the third with you, man. This shit terrible. Y'all shit.
I know that shit probably sound crazy. I had a whole bunch of stuff going. My bad. A lot of stuff going on.
Fifth round, man. He just landed a good shot, though. But, man, this shit ain't looking too good, y'all, man. Y'all might want to keep y'all favorite fighters away from me, man. I'm just coming to real talk, man. Let me show y'all this shit real, man. They say front row center. Hey, we front and center.
And like I said, this is the 5th round. This is now the 6th round. So as he's watching right now, this is now the 6th round.
I got Tank. I got Tank. Look, my little brother telling me what to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we got. I ain't even gonna hold you. Keep it 100. We coaching your favorite fighter, man. They listening, man.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so
he said he co-signed. He going for this. He going for Tank.
Let's go, boy. Turn it up.
Yeah, man. Oh, he tried. Man, y'all stay tuned, man. Hold on, let me show y'all what's happening.
So he's watching. He's watching as a fan. Okay, he's watching as a fan. It's not like he's really seeing hate.
My little brother told Tank that when he shoot his right hand, when he shoot his left hand, to bring his hook right behind it. So let's see if he listens.
Good hook. And they all day, Tank.
He just bent down. Oh, he got touched with that. Oh man!
I told you, bro. Like he don't got no good feet work right now. Like,
his
legs not all the way down.
Yeah, like his foot in foot positioning, and I don't know, man. Like his sense of distance, range, balance, and all that shit. I can't tell y'all this, man. You can't fuck with me, man. He couldn't do shit with me even with my own fucked up my last fight. This shit sad.
Nah, this shit do look.
This shit sad, man.
Because look, honestly,
I ain't even like Boost performance, and Boost performance is better than this.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Boots. Shout out to Boots. You know what I'm saying? I like Boots. To be honest with you, I really honestly didn't like his performance. I thought he could have did much better than what he did. He could have been much better.
Now, when I was watching the fight, like I said, I woke up early in the morning. I'm trying to watch the fight. The fight was boring. You know, it wasn't that exciting. It had some little spark here and there, but it wasn't that exciting to me. That Cruz fight was much more exciting. The Cruz fight, I was on deck like, yo, damn, this shit was fire. But this fight was, you know, this fight was just like, it was like a bottle of a soda pop. You know, when you're drinking the soda, it was a little fizzle. You still can guzzle after you get that first fizzle, and then you can guzzle that shit down if you're real thirsty. You can guzzle that soda pop down. But the Cruz fight was straight fire. It was like hot tea. Can't drink that shit like you pour in the cup in the mug. You can't drink it like guzzle it down. That fight wasn't all that. So, you know, they sitting there, they still wasn't hating. They was just really giving their honest opinion. I don't know what made the altercation take place, but from what they was doing right here, live, in the 6th round, about to go into the 7th round, I don't know what made me and them get into any type of heated conversation for the 8th round to come to that end like that. Let's continue. Like I said, these boys, they sitting there together. He's sitting there with his brother. He's not even sitting there with no crazy entourage. You feel me? You don't see no bananas entourage there. You just see them two. The gentleman to the side of him. I'm sorry. And that's what you see.
I think his fight was better than Tank's fight. This fight was better than Tank's fight, but a lot of these guys gotta get back in the gym, man, and get to the basics. You know? Constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? We're perfectionists at what we do, so it's constructive criticism. This ain't me talking shit. Maybe a little bit, especially maybe a little bit about Tank, because he can't fuck with me with the performance that he's doing right now. I would have broke my foot off with just the left. But
all right, so you know, like you said, you know, it's not big hating, just a little fucking around with Tank, because you know, just looking at, like you said, looking at this fight.
Because he can't fuck with me with the performance that he's doing right now. I would have broke my foot off with just the left. But hey man, good card, man. Tank get in touch with some stupid shit.
In touch right now. Like this is the actually good fight. It's sad to say.
Ooh.
Good bodies, man.
Ooh.
Good work, Tank.
Oh shit.
Oh, good body.
Oh shit.
See what I'm saying? The lack of defensive discipline, the lack of ring generalship, and shit like that is all the shit that you need to have to fuck with somebody like me. Tell him what to do, bro.
Over to the motherfucker, bro.
See me with family.
You need a jab, stiff jab to the body, whip the brick, hook upstairs. That's it, that's all.
Tank need to shoot a jab, shoot his brick to the body, and fire his hook upstairs, and old boy be at the end of it all motherfucking day. Anytime Tank shoot his left hand to the body and bring his right hook upstairs, it'll be there all day. But he don't see it. He don't see it. His levels to this shit right now. He's just fighting. Intellect over athleticism. Remember that, y'all.
I'm like I said, I'm doing this video for a reason, because I want us to really see how things transpire because of ignorance. A lot of times we don't be hearing what a person saying. Well, I thought you said, or I thought you meant. Oh, I just heard. I heard that someone said that this. Like, what could have really made Meek and his entourage be in this man's business while he's on his phone with his brother, watching the fight, excited ringside? You could tell he's excited. You could tell, no matter what, we don't look. Anybody get tickets, they be ringside of anything. You're gonna be excited. He's excited. His time gonna come soon. He's gonna get a big fight real soon. He had a shot against Lomachenko, so another big fight's coming soon. He's sitting there as a fan. He's also sitting there as a fighter. And he's just chilling and critiquing, enjoying the night. Saturday, it's late, chilling. I think that night it was actually a pretty nice night too. I think it was warm. I don't know if it was cold. Yeah, it was nice. You feel me? It wasn't that bad. Everybody feeling good. How did this dude Meek get into this situation? You think I'm not lying? How did Meek get into this equation? How did Meek Mills find his way into this man's life and his world, where this man who's sitting right next to him is about to listen?
Leg over athleticism, actually, aka Stephen Espinosa.
Hey, you pretty good. Y'all auditioning for a new commentator role. I hear you.
Nah, man, I'm a fighter at heart, man. I would be a great commentator because I believe in order to be a good commentator, you gotta be a good fighter. In order to be a good commentator, you gotta understand fighting. You gotta understand the sport, so be in here, man.
Now, as y'all sat there and you watched that right there. Wait, matter of fact, hold on.
A good commentator, you gotta understand fighting. You gotta understand the sport, so be in here, man. See this levels to this shit right now. He's just fighting.
I'm trying to think about the bell.
Remember that, y'all. Intellect over athleticism, actually, aka Stephen Espinosa.
Hey, you pretty good. Y'all auditioning for a new commentator role. I hear you.
Nah, man, I'm a fighter at heart, man. I would be a great commentator because I believe in order to be a good commentator, you gotta be a good fighter. In order to be a good commentator, you gotta understand fighting. You gotta understand the sport, so be in here, man.
Did the bell sound?
Tell me what to do, bro.
Over to the motherfucker, bro. He turns to your hook. Really with the hook, Tank.
You need a jab, stiff jab to the body, whip the brick, hook upstairs. That's all.
Tank need to shoot a jab. Shoot it, bro.
Over to the motherfucker, bro.
Like that is all the shit that is levels to this shit right now. He's just fighting.
To the 7th round?
Intellect over athleticism. Remember that, y'all. Intellect over athleticism. Actually, aka Stephen Espinosa.
What happened now is this dude Gary Russell value has increased. Even if it's just a little bit, his value has increased. People now going to be talking about him needing to fight various people even more strongly. And just the fact that he's going to be circulating in the spotlight for a hot second, it brings him his prestige that he needs. He needs a certain value right now. And that's going to come from all this publicity that he's getting from people like myself who never, ever spoken about him. You know what I'm saying? But I guess controversy brings conversation. Controversy brings conversation, huh, folks? Right? Controversy brings conversation. Well, it's very serious that we take time out to say that Meek Mills is definitely going to be made example out of because of the situation. Because he is Mr. Confrontation, he's Mr. Controversy, to be honest. When you think about it, in the last 4 years, he's been in the spotlight for some controversial things. And that's why he owes. Like it says, say 2.5 the Project Picnic. You owe community service. We need you to be a major face of this Black Man Rise tour. Because it's time for us to make a change. It's time for us to rise up. It's time for us to really end this goofy spell that we have on. Because it makes no sense that you go out there to this big event and you look like the donkey of the day, engaging in confrontation. Because I just showed a video of this man, and it was going into probably the 7th round, where he's sitting there talking to the ringside commentator, talking to his brother, watching the boxing match on his phone, showing us the boxing match, enjoying a great evening, and out of nowhere, you have to bring the spotlight to him. How does that happen? How did that happen? How did that altercation take place? I need to see. Did Gary Russell speak on it? Did he tell his side of the story or how that happened? Not no Twitter fingers. I want to know from your mouth, how did that happen? What was said that you almost got into a big old brawl over what? Like I said, these boys need to know what causes us to get into altercation and what we need to do not to be getting altercation. Number one, mind your effing business. There was no reason for you to be in that man's phone. No reason to be in your man's business. Oh, okay, I understand. You just said, yo, this ain't going to 12 rounds. I mean, I can dig it. You honestly, Meek, the sad thing about it, Meek probably, didn't. But it's just how you said. You probably was too excited. You was probably too riled up. You know what I'm saying? You was probably too much into trying to shut Gary Russell down and make, clowning Gary Russell, as opposed to just knowing that Gary Russell was just making his own commentary and his own statements. It came at him in such a wrong way. I need to know, how did that really happen? Our young men need to know how to, and what not to do in getting confrontations. Black Man Rise Tour needs Meek Mills. You need to, and honestly, come on, please say it. Damn it! I thought I had that hand. Part of the operation is having guest speakers, and he was a guest speaker. I'm looking for my pad. Meek Mills is definitely a guest speaker. Meek Mills is a guest speaker. Meek Mills, let me show you something. When they had me, locked up for that little bit of time frame, I got this pad, and I was writing down my little thing. BMRT, Black Man Rise Tour. Okay. So I was taking my little notes and stuff like that. A lot of writing. I was doing a lot of writing. So let me see something. I gotta make sure before I even pull it up and put it on the screen so I don't look stupid. Because Meek Mills was a situation that was a problem with me, okay? Because when I was putting together some of the acts, you know what I'm saying? I was putting together some of the things for the Black Man Rise Tour. I was doing some things. I was looking at different people to put. You see, I had different people, and certain people was like a problem for me to even put up on there. You know, I was trying to think of who I could really put up there. All these people was from New York, and so then this was the first New York one. Then I was around to say, okay, now I got to do the next one. And you see, I had Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like looking at Ice P, Steve Harvey. Meek Mills was one that I really want to put, but it was like, because it was a guest speaker as well. So I was nervous because I'm like, he's just reckless. It's like his moves is not something that people can really, but you need the pros and cons, to be honest. This is part of his community service now. He must become a speaker to talk about the things that you cannot and should not be doing. I had another note. But, I know I wrote Meek down for something. Because there was several entertainers I wanted to put down, but it's like, there was several. I was writing my book. Look, I'm gonna show you something. I mean, I went through this pad. This is all pages I wrote in. All these pages right here were all written in. Hold on, let me show you more. Matter of fact, the best thing to show you is how many pages I have left in here that I didn't write in. And I ain't writing this book. This was my jail book. So this is the only page I have left that I didn't finish writing. All these pages are written. Let me finish this right here. But Meek Mills was somewhere on one of these papers, is in one of the files, because I had a rough draft copy that I put together. Then I started writing and putting these people. But Meek Mills, you definitely owe community service. Now you're the face, you're the representative like Will Smith and Meek Mills for Philly. I had you down as a performer. I think I scratched you off as a speaker and had you down as a performer. Yeah, those were speakers. Yep. Yeah, those are speakers. So Meek, Donkey of the Day, you owe community service. Your community service is that your travels really need to become minimized. Your community service work maximized. You need to be more involved with your community. You need to be doing a whole lot more for Black History Month. If you're gonna be doing any type of traveling, travel around different states and do various things for Black History Month. And this is for the rest of this month. You got to kick it off. I think you should do some public speaking right now and let it be known that you're about to be part of a campaign to do something in your community. You need to launch a campaign to do something in your community. What else is there to do right now? It's time to do something. Okay, folks? That's how we're going to end this right here. It's time to do something. Because all this goofing off and cooning shit and clowning shit and looking like a bunch of niggas has got to come to an end. Okay, Meek? This drama and chaos.
Gary Antoine Russell is a potential opponent for Jerome. I just walked away. I came to support Tank and Boots. Good wins. I was nice to everybody at the fight. If you was there, you saw. The blog's gonna put up the aggressive part after I respond to something aggressive. Everybody in that section seen my level of respect towards others. I just gotta step my response game up. I have no business going back and forth that hard with a random person and we just talking about sports. So my apologies for wasting time for nothing. I had a few shots. I know how to dodge those. Congrats, Tank and Boots. So Gary Antoine Russell.
And although, I nominate him for Donkey of the Day, I'm not kicking him underneath the bus. I'm not throwing him underneath the bus. I'm not stumping him out. Okay, folks? I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that it's now time for certain individuals to really. So now we got Kanye West, we got Kyrie Irving, we got Meek Mills in the spotlight. And right now, folks, Black Man Rise, original rebel. Thank you for your listening here, your support. Put the pressure on these men. Keep the pressure on our girls, our women. And let's make these change. Time to make these boys become men. Black Man Rise, original rebel, 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 rebel. Peace.